Everyone is talking about these protests and riots that are happening in LA, but there's a lot more to the story that you actually need to know. First off, my name is Channing. I'm a journalist. Go ahead and give me a like and hit that follow button if you like getting your news like this here on TikTok. So, President Trump has called in some 2,000 National Guard troops into the Los Angeles area. And before you ask, yes, he does have the legal right to do this. This is all in response to protests that started kind of on Friday, but really escalated on Saturday. Local media outlet KCAL is reporting that these protests really started in Paramount City, which is a largely Hispanic or Latino area. And they also report that things really started escalating on Saturday when hundreds of people started showing up to protest in response to more than 100 people who had been picked up by ICE over the last week. Now, at first, the Department of Homeland Security tried to say that there were no raids being conducted, and that really these protesters and rioters found a staging area that was near a Home Depot in Paramount City that the rioters found. But ICE came back and said that well, they were conducting raids, and that these raids were actually executed through a search warrant that they had through a judge, because they had found probable cause that the specific Home Depot that was targeted was falsifying certain documents for some of their workers. And according to the Department of Homeland Security, they arrested several people during these raids that are accused of some pretty serious crimes and have even been convicted of some pretty serious crimes here in the United States. However, tensions are still high because people are not happy with how ICE is conducting a lot of these raids. Video and including reporting from several reporters there on the ground shows ICE agents throwing tear gas and even flashbangs at protesters. However, local reporters have also reported that some protesters were fighting back and could be even seen throwing rocks at some law enforcement vehicles. And the LA Sheriff's Department said that they arrested 2 people, one accused of throwing a Molotov cocktail. Now, in the meantime, the LAPD and Sheriff's Department there have said that they are not helping with any of these arrests. So ICE and the Trump administration, as well as federal law enforcement agencies, are pretty mad. They claim that they have been attacked by rioters and that it actually took more than 2 hours for local backup to respond, as they had more than 1,000 people outside of their offices